Last time on Masterchef Canada. Whoa. The top 14 took on the taste of South America.
I'm thinking heat.
Some rose to the challenge.
That is beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
While others went south.
It's too little, too late.
And David's Masterchef Canada journey came to an end. Tonight, the top 13 face their very first team challenge.
Red!
Cooking for Canadian heroes.
The firefighters are arriving!
Let's go, guys! Faster, faster!
But as the pressure builds,
I need sauce on these ribs right now.
Do it, just do it.
a succulent rib lunch could go down in flames.
This is on the brink of disaster. You can't even serve that.
What are we gonna do? This is my worst nightmare.
It's a bright, sunny day in rural Ontario. And the top 13 home cooks find themselves in the quaint and quiet village of Unionville.
Wow. Unionville is a beautiful place. A lot of historic buildings, a lot of really cute shops.
Oh my God! I'm gathered amongst the best of the best. The competition's real.
The first team challenge is coming. I'm pumped and I'm scared. I'm nervous.
All of a sudden, I see a fire truck coming, and I'm thinking, we gotta get out of the way.
It's totally awesome. I think Chef Alvin is channeling me a little bit with that hat.
So sweet.
Now, isn't that one beautiful antique fire truck?
Chef.
It belongs to one of York Region's 9 firefighting unions. And today, you will be cooking for 121 of the dedicated firefighters.
Wow. I've never fed that many people before in my life. I've only cooked for like 5, 6, 7 people at most. I'm worried.
Not only are you honoring local heroes, you're feeding a lot of people in great physical shape who get very hungry fighting fires.
They're putting out fires, you know, it's a lot of stress. Firefighters need a big, hearty meal.
We put a lot of thought into what would satisfy them. And the delicious main dish that we decided on was baby back ribs.
Oh. Nice. I love ribs. I make ribs all the time for my family.
I have never really cooked ribs that much. I am really nervous.
Matthew and Michelle, you served the best dishes in the last elimination challenge. So you'll be team captains today. Come and get your aprons.
Being team captain for the first team challenge, that is a big responsibility, but I'm excited for it.
Thank you, Chef. Good luck. Everything that I've done up to this point, all my teaching experience, all my coaching experience is in my back pocket.
Matthew, because you cooked the best dish, you can pick 5 home cooks to be on your team right out of the gate.
Wow, that's a huge advantage. I'm only going to be as strong as the team that I choose, so I'm really excited to pick my dream team.
Matthew, who's your first pick?
This person has a really big bag of tricks. Mary, you're my first pick.
I was never picked first in school, so pretty shocking. Very exciting.
Who's your second pick, Matthew?
I'm pretty sure this person has eaten quite a few ribs before. Sean Hickey, you're my second pick.
You got it.
Pick number 3.
You need people you can depend on in the kitchen? Jeremy.
Matthew is kind of like a younger version of myself. Our flavors are the same, very Asian.
Who is your fourth pick?
Vince. Vince works really, really hard. I know he's just ready to go.
Your final pick.
I'm gonna pick Jacqueline.
I'm on Matthew's team. I'm so happy. Because I think he's a great home cook. He seems to really have good flavors.
The rest of you, go join the blue team.
Michelle's team is the leftovers that Matthew didn't want. And we're the underdogs. We have something to prove. We're good. We're good, baby.
Matthew picked a lot of the strong home cooks, but that means that if I do have to go into the pressure test, I don't feel like I'm going up against the absolute strongest cooks.
Michelle, how do you feel about the team you've inherited?
I feel great. I'm very confident that I can lead them to a victory. When push comes to shove, I know how to get people moving, get people motivated in positive ways, and I know that I can do this.
Each team will have 2.5 hours to season and grill your ribs and create a delicious sauce.
We also want to see 2 delicious sides. Each team will have their own satellite pantry, stocked with amazing ingredients.
I want you to remember who you're cooking for today. These firefighters are constantly risking their lives.
Firefighters are special in my heart because I went through a fire this year. I want these firefighters to feel appreciated because they risk their lives for people that they don't even know.
At the end of the meal, the firefighters will vote for the team whose lunch they enjoyed the most.
Are you ready?
Yes, Chef!
Your time starts now!
The teams now have 2.5 hours to plan, prepare, and serve their rib lunch menu.
Start with the rub. Let's get the ribs.
You guys work on the rub for the ribs?
It's a dry rub, right? So salt, for sure.
Cumin,
Pepper.
smoked paprika. We need brown sugar.
Brown sugar on a dry rub?
Trust me. Brown sugar in my rib rub. Go with whatever Michelle knows. I'm liking everything you're saying right now. That's good.
Michelle is a team leader that leads by kind of getting everyone's opinion. That's kind of scary.
You should cut these in half and group both these together and just do a grilled vegetable medley. A medley? Really? Okay, what do you think? This is what you want. No, go ahead. That's fine. We're making hickory smoked ribs, stuffed peppers with cornbread, and a vegetable medley. You're working on the cornbread, okay? That's it. We're good.
What are we gonna do for the rub? What do you
Garlic,
think?
salt, pepper, oregano, paprika.
I don't want this too spicy.
No, yeah.
All right, and then next aside.
I was gonna do cornbread.
Okay.
I was thinking of coleslaw. Coleslaw and ribs.
Today we're gonna make a Chinese spice rib with a whiskey cola sauce. I want to taste everything.
100%, yes.
1, 2, 3.
Before the home cooks can start smoking the ribs, they must first prepare a spice rub to coat them in.
I think we're going to see two very different kinds of leadership here.
Michelle, do you want us to run the rub by you, or you go with what we do?
Go with what you do.
No more salt. It's definitely salty enough.
We need a lot. We need more than that.
Matthew is one of the youngest members in this competition, and I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. There's law and order happening in his kitchen.
Anyone has a problem, let me know right away.
Yes. Dried oregano? No. Dried oregano is gonna be too intense.
Michelle, she seems to be leading by committee. That can be a very bad thing.
We're gonna run out of rub really soon on this station, Michelle. Just take it easy then, guys.
You know, too many cooks spoil the broth, guys.
100%.
Ooh, hot stuff coming through.
You have 2 massive smokers where we can put the ribs in, shut them, set them, forget them.
The key to keeping these ribs tender is absolutely critical to keep these lids closed for as long as possible.
No one touches these ribs until 15 minutes to then we'll baste.
Okay, go. Get them on. Let's go.
With both teams' ribs in the smoker, they move on to preparing their side dishes and barbecue sauce.
Jeremy, you're working on the sauce. Focus on these vegetables, get them prepped.
If I was doing a sauce, I'd be taking some onions and garlic. I'd be adding some vinegar to it. Things like ketchup and Worcestershire sauce. So you've got this wonderful multi-layer of flavor.
This better thicken up.
This sauce can make or break me, but it's not going to. It already tastes great.
This is going to be a really meaningful challenge for Jeremy because his house burned down. Can you imagine? If it wasn't for firemen who got in there and saved things, it would have been a total disaster for him.
Without the firefighters, I would have lost everything in the house fire. I was able to save things that meant a lot to me. Family photos we were able to save because of firefighters. I want to feed them a good meal because they really deserve it.
Michelle, do you want to taste the sauce? I want to run everything by Michelle because if in the end things go wrong, then I don't have to take all the blame.
So, Sean, how much sauce are you making?
I'm going to try and get double what we have in here.
You sure that's enough?
I really hope so because we're running out of ingredients.
Who's in charge of portioning this sauce?
You both are.
So this is on both of you?
Yes.
What if you run out?
The goal is not still.
Michelle,
I'm embarrassed that all of this is happening in front of Chef Claudio.
who's in charge?
I'm in charge.
The sauce right there, I don't think it's enough.
Then we're gonna have to come up with plan B. I don't want him thinking that we made a big, giant error.
I'm worried.
While the blue team worries about quantity, over in the red kitchen, quality is the concern.
Jeremy's working on the sauce, and I am nervous. It needs to be sweeter, Jeremy.
If the sauce isn't good, then we're screwed.
It's still really mustardy, Jeremy.
I know. I'm cutting it with more maple syrup.
I think it's going.
It's going really well, Chef. We're doing a Chinese dry rub with a whiskey barbecue sauce.
Want to taste our sauce, Chef?
Okay. I like that sauce.
Thank you, Chef.
I love whiskey.
We made this dish for you, Chef.
Thank you very much. Of
And for the firefighters.
course, the firefighter are more important. Okay, good luck.
The sauce is a really intricate part of what's going to make us win today. Jeremy, that's bomb.
The red team may be happy with their sauce, but the blue team is still struggling.
We have 2 batches of sauce, and we got the taste spot on for the first one. Now I have to replicate that on the second one.
Balance out the tomato flavor. It's a little overbearing.
More molasses. We'll get there.
As Sean works on the sauce, the rest of the blue team tackles the side dishes.
We're making peppers stuffed with cornbread. I don't know how many peppers there are. We need 121 portions. We have 51 halves. Quantity of peppers versus the amount of people that we have to feed, it doesn't add up. We don't have enough peppers. What are we gonna do? I'm stressed. At this point, I'm stressed out. I got too much on my plate.
20 minutes! Matthew, do you want me to go on these?
No. Do not open these.
I'm telling you, you should look at them. You should look
No,
at
we're not looking at them.
Sean Hickey wants to open up those smokers.
them. Do it. Just do it.
No. I can't.
So even though Sean is really trying to muscle in, Matthew is not letting him do it.
I'm dying to get over to that barbecue.
If you open that smoker, you're gonna rob the smoker of all the heat.
Shut the lid.
Just shut it.
Oh my God.
For their very first team challenge, the home cooks are preparing a baby back rib lunch for 121 brave firefighters. And over in the red team's kitchen, things are heating up.
Do it, just do it.
No.
Oh
I can't.
Sean Hickey wants to open up those smokers.
The smell alone is calling to me. Sean, come check the ribs. Telling you, you should look at them. You should look at them.
No, we're not looking at them.
Matthew's the leader. Whatever he wants to do, we do.
Despite what Matthew says, I crack, I check the ribs.
Shut the lid.
Just shut it.
Oh my God.
Our smokers have just dropped a good 15 to 20 degrees.
And our ribs won't be as tender as they should be. We could lose this.
Hey, man, we're following instructions too, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While Matthew may have lost control in the red kitchen, Michelle's now dealing with the fact that the blue team doesn't have enough peppers to stuff.
Change of plans, okay? We don't have enough peppers. I'm thinking we're gonna take the cornbread and make a hash out of it instead. This way we can ensure everyone gets fed and everyone gets equal portions. Yes, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Vince, you're working on that slaw, right?
I made a radicchio red onion slaw with olive oil and red wine vinegar. It's too bitter. You decide, man.
I gotta shut Vince's coleslaw down. I know this coleslaw isn't gonna go well with the ribs. We're not gonna do the slaw idea. We only need 2 sides. We got the cornbread, we got the squash.
We're gonna do a vegetable medley with sweet potatoes, green beans, and squash. Vince is a good team player, and he's gonna do the sweet potatoes.
The red team's side dishes may be under control, but there's still the matter of their undercooked ribs.
There's nothing I can do about that lost heat.
Get that sauce caramelized onto the meat ASAP.
So we just have to improvise. We have to make sure that those ribs are gonna taste as beautiful as possible because they're not gonna be as tender as we can make them.
5 minutes left. You should be plating now.
The stations are set up. The servers are there. So I suddenly remember the ribs haven't been checked. Oh, wow. I burnt the ribs.
What happened here? Look at this. What the hell? Look at that, guys. You can't even serve that.
Oh, my God.
Michelle, who was in charge of watching the smokers here?
It was my fault.
This is on the brink of disaster.
Sean, I need you over here ASAP.
On the ribs, it's all hands on deck. We're pulling them out. We're picking which ones aren't burnt.
I just went into the blue kitchen, and the ribs are burnt.
How many are burnt, guys?
8, 9 racks. We're not gonna have enough. It could cost us the entire challenge.
The firefighters are arriving. 121 firefighters.
Look at the fire!
Oh my God.
I'm feeling really, really hot. I'm feeling like I might need a firefighter to come over here and hose me down. Knowing that I'm serving firefighters definitely amps up the stakes for me. I want them to see love and respect through our food.
The firefighters are ready to eat, and they are hungry.
Welcome, York Region firefighters. It's a privilege to have you all with us. Masterchef Canada would like to honor your bravery and commitment and serve you a wonderful lunch.
I have a lot of respect for them and what they do. They put their lives on the line every single day for everybody else's safety. Coming through with the ribs. These are good. This needs to be served. These are not burnt, guys. These are not burnt. We haven't lost as many as we thought. Touch them up with sauce real quick. There, guys. Sauce them, you guys.
I need sauce on these ribs right now.
It's going to be really tight. I really hope that we can get the ribs on the 121st plate.
Let's go, guys. Faster, faster.
We're coming fast, guys. Let's go. We just need to get these out there, you guys.
We need to do conveyor belt or we're not going to keep up to service. We're so close. Almost there, guys.
You guys, we're doing a really good job. Keep up this momentum, okay?
No! Stretch!
We're done!
Now it's up to the firefighters.
The 121 firefighters have received 2 plates. The red team's Chinese 5-spice ribs with a whiskey barbecue sauce, sauteed vegetables, and jalapeno cornbread. And the blue team's hickory smoked ribs with a tangy tomato barbecue sauce, a vegetable medley, and cornbread hash. After lunch, the firefighters will cast their vote for the rib meal they like the best.
Bon appetit.
You know what? We didn't run out of anything. That's amazing.
I don't care. I'd rather have more than not enough.
Absolutely.
Blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Just made it. Just made it.
So, which team do you think stood out?
I prefer the red plate. It has a good spice. The blue plate, it came a little burnt.
I think I like the blue a little bit more. A little bit of the sweet flavor. We found these ones actually undercooked.
The red team, the ribs were under?
Slightly.
So which one do you like?
I prefer the red one. Just prefer the overall sauce, the smokiness.
Now, how about you?
The blue plate seems like they were cooked a little bit longer, easier to eat, more tender. For me, it's blue. The red team's ribs, mine are top.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We'll ask you to vote for the team whose rib lunch you enjoyed the most.
We worked really, really, really hard together as a team, and I want this victory very badly.
I'm really confident that we're gonna win. I know our flavors are there. The only thing is, since Sean opened those smokers, I'm just so worried that the ribs were not tender.
With the last firefighter vote cast, it's time to announce the winner.
You just served 2 delicious rib lunches to 121 firefighters. Both teams did an incredible job.
Red team, your spicy rib sauce got rave reviews. Blue team, the firefighters found your ribs to be beautifully tender.
Yes.
But, as you know, each firefighter had to vote for the team and plate they liked the best.
20 votes separated the winner from the loser. Are you ready to find out the results?
Yes, sir.
The winning team that will automatically move into the top 12 is...
The home cooks have finished their very first team challenge, serving a rib lunch for 121 heroic firefighters. The red team's smokers were opened early, while the blue team left theirs shut until the last minute. Now they're about to find out which team won and which team will face the pressure test.
The winning team is...
Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue.
Come on.
Really, really don't want to do the pressure test. Come on, Blue. We did it! We won! We won the first team challenge. I'm so pleased with my team. They worked so hard for this.
I'm really disappointed that my team lost.
One of us is gonna go home.
Red team, tomorrow you'll face a pressure test that will send at least one of you home. Now, go clean up your kitchens.
If Sean hadn't opened the smoker, we would have had tender ribs.
We all stepped up to the plate, and at the end, we failed together.
Don't cry.
It's the day after their first team challenge, and the home cooks return to the Masterchef Canada kitchen.
Walking up to the balcony today and knowing that I'm safe just makes me feel like I am where I belong.
Very first pressure test. Walking in feels nerve-wracking.
I'm not ready to go home. I have 4 daughters. I want to show them to chase their dreams.
Welcome back, everyone. Yesterday, you competed in your first team challenge and cooked a delicious rib lunch for 121 heroic firefighters. Michelle?
Yes, Chef.
The firefighters we spoke to that voted for you said that your ribs were more tender.
Good job, guys.
Red team, although you did a great job, it wasn't quite good enough. Matthew?
Yes, Chef.
As team captain, what do you think went wrong?
The ribs. They were checked mid-cook, and I knew that if we checked the ribs in the middle of them cooking, they wouldn't get enough time to get as juicy as Michelle's team.
Vince, is that what you think went wrong?
We knew that this process required that they stay at one temperature the entire time, so...
Mary, are you agreeing with us?
I do agree. It was clear that we weren't to open the smokers so that we could maximize the tenderness of the ribs.
I guess your heart just sunk when you found out, right?
A little. I think it's made us all a little upset.
Sean, you don't agree with this, do you?
Nope, not at all. I think the team's throwing me under the bus, and I'm okay with that. I was worried because we had not checked those ribs at all. And by not checking them, you don't know how tender they are, how much longer they need.
You made a decision to ignore the instructions that your team captain gave you.
I know they were ready.
But they weren't ready.
Complete, utter defeat.
As you know, losing a team challenge has serious consequences. You're about to face a pressure test.
But not all of you will be cooking tonight. We're giving Matthew the chance to save the most deserving person on his team. And Matthew, that includes yourself.
One thing I know is that he's not going to be saving me.
So Matthew, who are you going to save?
This is a very hard decision, Chef. I have the utmost respect for everybody here. They really worked hard. But if I go home, if I had the chance to save myself, I'd be kicking myself for the rest of my life. I'd be so stupid to not choose myself.
Matthew, that means you are part of the top 12. Please head up to the gallery.
I am happy that I'm not cooking and my food dream is still alive, but at the same time, I'm leaving behind people who have worked so hard.
Sean, what do you think of Matthew's decision?
I think it's a cowardly thing to do.
Matthew saving himself is something that I do. If you have the opportunity to be up in that balcony, you do it.
Before we move on, Matthew.
Yes, Chef.
You get to choose to save one more member of your team from elimination. Who's it going to be?
to this person. They were wherever I needed them. The sauce got pretty rave reviews, so I'm gonna be saving Jeremy.
Jeremy, head on upstairs to the gallery.
Thank you, Chef. I'm so happy. Thank God. I'm definitely not going to be the one going home.
You're about to face a pressure test that will send at least one of you home.
What we're about to show you features one of the most popular baked treats in this country.
Beautiful, decadent cupcakes.
For this pressure test, you will create 2 dozen gourmet cupcakes.
I love eating cupcakes, but I don't love baking them.
I have celiac. I have not eaten cupcakes. I have not baked cupcakes. Cupcakes are not my thing.
Now, the key to cupcakes is the perfectly moist and fluffy base. The icing should be flavorful, light, creamy, and beautiful.
In the equipment room, you will find a specialty pantry full of ingredients that will spark your imagination.
We want to see creativity, innovation, and variety. And to make things even more challenging, we want your 24 cupcakes to feature at least 3 different flavors.
This challenge is crazy. I'm glad that I'm not down there.
You will have just 90 minutes to make us a cupcake tower to keep you in this competition.
I'm not a good baker. I need more like 90 days, not 90 minutes.
Are you ready?
Yes, Chef.
Your 90 minutes starts now.
Oh, lavender. Okie dokie.
Right away, I'm thinking bacon, candy bacon. It's gotta go on top of one of these cupcakes. Game on.
The first thing that comes to my mind are my 4 little girls. I'm cooking for them. They love cupcakes and they love their dad.
This is a tough challenge.
24 cupcakes, 3 different flavors. They gotta have pizzazz.
Given the time limit here, they really need to get the batter going.
Just gotta focus. I'm making a candy bacon chocolate cupcake, a peach spiced cupcake, and a banana foster cupcake.
I'm gonna do a s'more cupcake, a chocolate mocha cupcake as well. And I'm gonna be doing a lemon coconut. As an insurance broker, you kind of need to be a stickler. And baking is kind of the same. You need to have exact measurements, and you can't make mistakes. The stakes are super high. I don't want to go home.
I'm not gonna have time to fuss around with 4 different batters and add flavors into each batter. If I just stick with one base, stick with chocolate. My girls love chocolate.
We're not looking for a bake sale cupcake. We're looking for a cupcake that is sophisticated, creative, and actually give them that opportunity to really stand out.
I see red wine. Why not put red wine in a red velvet cupcake? Red wine and cupcakes might be really weird. I'm hoping that won't hurt me.
The wine?
Yeah?
I have trouble with the concept of it, but it's very innovative.
It's risky.
Oh, this isn't my station.
I put flour in there instead of sugar. I start losing focus. Have to start from scratch, and time's ticking. Mary, do you have any white sugar there?
Yeah.
Are you almost out?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm a giver in the kitchen.
Powder. Who's got baking powder handy?
I do. If somebody needs something, I'll give it to them.
Thank you.
Of course. Just give it back, man.
I will.
I don't want to win that way.
You have 45 minutes.
I have celiac. I'm not going to be able to taste my batters. I'm just going to have to go off site and smell.
Jacqueline.
Hi, Chef.
How comfortable are you with baking?
It's not what I usually do, but I'm feeling okay.
So you have the confidence?
I think I do.
You think you do?
I think I do.
I'm not convinced.
I know.
Are you convinced?
I'm not really convinced.
You gotta believe in yourself. Without confidence, you won't go very far.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
25 minutes left.
Get in there.
You should be putting the cupcakes in the oven.
If they don't get them going now, these cupcakes, it's not gonna cook in time and cool in time.
A little stressed. I want to put my own little flair on these cupcakes and come up with something a little bit out of the box. I cut up some peaches. They got to go in the spiced cupcakes, so I have to open the oven again.
Sean is opening and closing the oven like he does on barbecues.
Wow.
I realized that I just let all the hot air out of the oven while cupcakes are at their critical point and they're just starting to rise. I'm really freaking out.
You have 15 minutes left.
4 home cooks are struggling to make a cupcake tower in a 90-minute pressure test that will send at least one of them home.
I'm not going home. I need this. I want this.
Trying to figure this all out right now.
I don't think I made enough icing.
The icing has to work with, not compete with the flavor of your base sponge. They have to work in harmony.
It's good.
Hey, Vince. Wow, look at these cupcakes. They look really, really nice. How many flavors you got here?
Chocolate, all chocolate.
Just chocolate?
Just chocolate.
All right.
Maybe boring.
I'm gonna give them all their own unique cream, peppermint, coffee, cherry. That's pretty much it.
Come on, this is not novice. This is Masterchef.
I hope those are cooked.
Hey there, Sean. You're not going to let a cupcake send you home, are you?
Hell no. I need to stay here. I'm not ready to go back to the auto plant.
I noticed that you put peach wedges coming out of your cupcakes.
I was a little worried because the peach are a little soft.
And just changing a little color there, too.
Yeah.
That's the moisture from the peach leaching out into the sponge cake there.
Yeah.
Ugh, that peach sticking out of the cupcake, it's kind of funny looking.
So I've just been in to see Sean. Some of the peach wedges coming out of his cupcakes have fallen over. Some have turned brown. This is not going to work out as well as he thought with that idea.
I think I can bring it together. It's all on how I finished it.
5 minutes! Gotta start decorating!
Vince could be the first one out of the gate with his decorating.
Colors look fun.
The piping requires a fine hand, a little finesse, in order for it to look absolutely beautiful. And then you can just put the finishing jewels to it to make it really stand out and look special.
Damn sneaky hands. My hands, they're so sweaty I can't grip the piping bag properly. This is ridiculous.
I'm very worried about Jacqueline.
30 seconds left! Come on!
Come on, guys!
You can do it!
Oh my God. Gonna drizzle a little chocolate on these.
Look at the meringue on Mary's cupcake. It's absolutely beautiful.
Keep going to the buzzer, right to the end.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go!
Good job, guys.
Good job.
I'm getting a little emotional because my cupcakes didn't quite hit that spot where I wanted them.
Well done. This was not an easy challenge. And now it's time to see how you did. Jacqueline, please bring up your cupcake tower.
This cupcake tower is what separates me from winning, and being an accountant, I don't want to go home.
The purple ones are a lavender-infused cupcake with vanilla Swiss buttercream. The yellow is a lemon cupcake with a lemon buttercream. And your red wine velvet cupcake with a cream cheese icing, toasted walnuts, and crumble on the top.
Red wine is something I've never seen in a cupcake, so this is the first for me. This is absolutely delicious. I love the innovation. You know the history of red velvet cake. The original one was made with red beets. And the red wine is a perfect replacement because I get that spiciness, earthiness. Now, there are little flaws, these little tiny crumbs. I don't think it really needs it. It makes it look dirty. Overall, I love it.
The lavender. My least favorite herb is lavender. So this has to be pretty sensational.
I'm just hoping it's not too perfumey when you eat it.
This is a very sophisticated cupcake. Really well balanced. What does this mean to you?
It means that I actually have a chance to make my dreams come true.
I think you had a lot of doubt. I saw it happening. You were cooking.
I think sometimes when something this great happens, that it can't really actually be happening because I've never really had things easy.
Unless you start believing, you're not going to get very far. I mean, accountants don't usually make beautiful tower of cupcakes like this. Please go back to your station.
I didn't realize it at first, but I do think that this competition for me is more than just cooking. I just can't picture myself sitting in an office. I want to be here.
Sean, bring up your cupcakes.
I'm worried that the inside's just going to be mush because I opened the oven. The first was a chocolate pecan topped with a vanilla icing with a candied white chocolate bacon. The second is a banana Foster cupcake topped with caramel icing. And the third one is a spiced peach topped with some whipped cream and chocolate ganache.
You think this is cooked in the middle?
I sure hope so.
You think this is cooked in the middle?
I sure hope so.
It's perfect. The cake is light.
Thank you, Chef.
Doesn't mean you're safe, though.
Well, I'm going to go for the peach. And the reason I'm going for the peach is because I was very, very skeptical when I'd seen the peach trying to jump out of the cupcake. peach flavor with that little bit of cinnamon and sugar to it. Refinement, that's the area where I see it, falling down the icing. Sort of fatty, greasy feel to it. Sponge cake, more dense than I would like. A little bit more finesse just to elevate it.
My food truck dream is riding on these 24 cupcakes.
Mary, please bring up your cupcakes.
It's really important for me to do well. I don't want to let the judges down.
Walk me through it.
The s'more cupcake with a chocolate sponge flavored with a bit of vanilla and a Swiss meringue on top. Over here, mocha and Swiss buttercream. And then a coconut cupcake with a little bit of lime zest.
That's the one I'm going to try. Look at that. It is absolutely delicious. Beautiful, big, crispy coconut flakes. The lemon gives it a little bit of freshness. I think the appearance is monochromatic. They need a little bit of color.
I love marshmallow, so that's the one I'm gonna try. Earthy, dark chocolate. Perfect!
Thank you so much.
I'm feeling happy and I'm feeling confident.
Vince, please bring up your tower of cupcakes.
I made my cupcakes just thinking of my girls. A lot of color, a lot of sprinkles.
The bases are all chocolate. One is filled with cream cheese. The other one is a chocolate chip peppermint. The pink one there, a cherry topping.
Very subtle with the mint, not too overpowering. You know, the chocolate and mint, it's a classic combination. Overall, the decoration, it's a little homey. The piping is sort of child's play-like. The sponge cake, a little dense, because I think it struggled to rise. Thank you very much, Vince.
Thank you. It tastes a lot better than it looks. It's well balanced, it's not too sweet. These cupcakes, they're perfect if you're home on a Sunday afternoon with your daughters. But in this kitchen, this might not be enough.
Judges had a couple bad things to say about my cupcakes. Feeling pretty nervous.
While some of you impressed us with your skill and innovation, we witnessed a few missteps, and some serious enough to send someone home. We need a moment to discuss. Some interesting cupcakes there. Huh? That wasn't one that was absolutely perfect, spot on.
Sean nailed the flavor.
But it lacked the refinement.
I know that Sean Hickey's cupcakes aren't as refined as well. I just have to be better than Sean Hickey.
It's pretty clear.
I would agree.
Everything's on the line. I might be going home.
Four home cooks from the losing red team have completed a grueling cupcake pressure test that will send at least one of them home.
It's pretty clear.
I would agree. Let's go. Making a stunning cupcake tower in only 90 minutes is a daunting challenge. But two home cooks served us cupcakes tonight that would look right at home in the window of any gourmet bakery.
One of those home cooks wowed us with sophisticated flavors that were all the more surprising because she couldn't even taste them. Jacqueline, congratulations.
Thank you.
Please take your apron off and head upstairs.
A huge weight has come off of my shoulders. Top 12. I proved to myself that I can do this and that I deserve to be here.
Mary, your expertise was unmistakable. Your cupcakes were innovative, delicious, and quite frankly, the best we've ever tasted.
Thank you so much, Chef.
Mary, please take off your apron and head upstairs.
Thank you. Thank you.
I need to make sure that I stay on my game and keep pushing myself. You're only as good as your last dish.
Vince and Sean, you both hit some high notes with your cupcake towers. Sean, your flavor combinations were innovative. And Vince, you baked with love, and that clearly shone through.
But there was a lack of refinement that held you both back.
Fortunately, one of you had the edge. And that home cook was Sean.
Good job, buddy.
Right it?
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Sean, join the others in the gallery.
Thank you. I live to see another day.
Vince, we're sorry. Your cupcakes did not have the variety and the innovation that we were looking for. But you are a great cook. We know that you've made your wife and daughters very, very proud.
So do I.
And we hope that this is just the beginning for you.
Me too.
Continue to pursue your food dream and continue to put your heart into every dish that you make, just like you did today.
Thank you, Chef.
Please come up and say goodbye.
Thank you. Great to meet you. Pleasure.
I am proud of where I got. I never thought I was going to get this far.
It's a big yes from me. Thank you so much.
It means a lot. The whole experience has been fantastic. My girls are as emotional as I am, and I know there's going to be a lot of tears when I walk in the door.
Love you, buddy.
Next time on Masterchef Canada, the home cooks are shocked by a surprising mystery box
Awkward.
and a grueling elimination challenge.
You're destroying a beautiful piece of fish.
Has game-changing results.
Fire, fire, fire!
They're in trouble.
I don't want to go home.
It's not so good.
I truly apologize.